Living with the Land, an integral part of Epcot's The Land Pavilion and an opening day attraction that manages to still survive in our modern age. With 35 custom audio animatronics, a maximum capacity of 640 guests, and several unique practical and lighting effects, it's become difficult to understand why Living with the Land has fallen underrated. Guests seem distracted by what is now objectively a shell of Soarin' across the hall, but on today's episode of Big Thunder Bend, you'll be joining me as I explore what makes this attraction so intriguing and maybe even learn a secret or two. It all started when concepts for a suspended dark ride by the name of Blueprints of Nature were drawn up at Disney Imagineering. Though not much is known of this version, it was to have a designated house called the Landkeeper. Guests were to enter a carousel-style pre-show which, as we can probably tell, used the same ride system as Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. This master plan was later downsized when food company Kraft Foods came on board to sponsor the project. Now by this point you're probably thinking to yourself, whoa, Ben, slow down, I don't even remember this ride and it's been a while since my last trip down there. Well, have no fear at all. We're about to fix that with a quick synopsis. At the time of this recording, Living with the Land begins by taking guests into a storm in order to demonstrate that what we may perceive as destructive can actually be beneficial for the land and nature around us. The ride then shows us that humans have been changing the land quite a bit to suit our purposes, ending the journey by demonstrating the methods and advancements of agriculture in our modern world. Number 2. Reused animatronics. With new constraints set in place by the food giant, several compromises had to be made. This led to the boat ride system we see today, as well as, very unsurprisingly, reused animatronics. Disney had recently abandoned plans for the ready-to-build Western River Expedition, more info in the description, and had several of its animatronics just laying around, so it became their final decision to repurpose and reprogram in order to decrease waste. Number 3. Symphony of the Seed. Living with the Land once opened to a musical segment known as Symphony of the Seed, in which guests would witness the growth process of a plant to a piece of the same name. You've actually been listening to it this entire video. Number 4. Go up close. Did you know that Disney actually offers a behind-the-scenes tour of the attraction? That's right, you can book a tour of the 4 greenhouses on the ride and get a glimpse of the amazing Imagineering and science behind every little detail. At the time of this recording, prices range from $20 for children and $25 for adults. It should also be pointed out that the tour is officially called Behind the Seeds. I couldn't make that up if I tried. That aside, booking information can be found in the video description. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid our time together has almost concluded and the time has come to recognize a few people who are crucial to guest enjoyment on this attraction. Firstly, we have the Q host, Golden Globe winning actress Marsha Mason, known for her performances in Goodbye Girl and Heartbreak Ridge. Second up, the voice of the onboard audio in the second part of the ride, Mike Brassell, most commonly referred to as the voice of Walt Disney World's TTA People Mover. Some of his other credits include composing the music for Magic Kingdom's Space Mountain. Speaking of music, holding the honorable title of composer for this attraction is George Wilkins, former composer-in-residence for Disney and Disney Imagineering, who is responsible for many ride soundtracks as well as a few films. Some of my personal favorites from Mr. Wilkins include California Screamin' and the much-loved Sunny Eclipse. So next time you find yourself in Epcot's The Land Pavilion, be sure to give this another look and pay attention to those great details, maybe even take a tour. Folks, our time has come to a close today on the Big Thunder Bend Show, so if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video and comment a cool fact or experience you've had related to this ride. I make videos on the Disney parks every single week, so be sure to stay tuned for that, and while you're waiting, check out some of these other videos. And lastly, I wish the most of you a very merry birthday and hope to see you here again.